This week, the energy is the devil. And there could be a feeling of being very restricted or having to deal with delays, challenges, obstacles. This card is tied to Saturn, and right now Saturn is retrograde, which means that everything seems to be a bit more burdensome, a little bit more heavy, a little bit more serious than usual. And you're looking at responsibilities, boundaries, limitations, and it's a week to perhaps consider what your duties are, what your responsibilities are, and what your accountability is in situations. You may decide that you are taking on unnecessary burdens, or perhaps you're not taking on enough. Now, the Devil card as a concept gives you tremendous influence and persuasion. So it brings about, again, those issues of accountability coupled with integrity. And this is a week to remain above board, to follow the rules, to do things by the book, to be accountable for errors or mistakes. And, this is a kind of energy of reaping what you sow. And so you may be looking at areas in your life that are not particularly stable. Maybe you haven't given them due attention. Some of them will tie to career or authority figures, parental roles, your role as a parent, your relationship to a parent. And when Saturn is retrograde, it tends to provoke these feelings of resentment against authority. So you may be pushing back on the rules, or you may be getting pushback for your authority. This is a week where, again, you will wield tremendous influence, and you can do that positively or negatively. There's a tendency, though, to seek out situations that serve your own ends. And so the influence can be one of self-justification. And this is largely born of some kind of fear, because Saturn drives up survival instincts. And so you may feel that, you've got to strike out before someone strikes at you, or you may have fears of being exploited. There's the desire to help, but there's also the fear that the other person is going to want too much from you. Or if they knew you were capable of doing this, they may want this and more. And so you have to look at issues where there may be selfishness or greed involved. And again, you could be dealing with that in others. This is a week to be decent, to, wield that influence for the good of all parties. But, the truth is there are going to be delays, restrictions, and difficulties.